see that. Here we got fresh spruce head tracks. And that's what a narrow miss gets you. Bird gone. Way gone. Bummer. I know there's a bird over here. I saw it fly by in a hurry. Landed right in this area. Grouse's primary defense is camouflage. They do it pretty well. They get into one of these spruce trees and they just kind of hunker in and sit still. Which means if you can spot them, they're a pretty easy target because they're not moving, but spotting them is the hard part. And getting a shot off before the dog flushes them is the hard part too. Alright, we found them, you can see them right there. We just got to put a good shot on them. Good bird, all right. Good boy, Salty. Looks like Salty's got him mostly plucked for me. He's hit right square in the dome. Let's put away so we don't damage it getting in here. Getting in here in snowshoes. Who's gonna That's a good boy, bud. Sure did get one, didn't we? Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Come on, big dog. Whew. Side of the neck, looks like. Right in there. Didn't get a pass through. Well, yeah, I bet I did get a pass through. See if we can't turn this bad boy into a catch and cook. Lovely. I don't know if you can see that, boys, but that is a good sign. We got chicken feathers, spruce hen blood. Here's our grouse. As you can see, the dog plucked him a little for me. That's all right. And then there's our entry wound right here, right in the side of the head. Probably broke his neck. Exit wound right out here by the eyeball, right in there. You can feel the hole. Back here pulling down some fire supplies. Campfire for cooking that grouse. I find that this is where I get most of my injuries, in all honesty, is breaking sticks off and get stuff jabbed in your hands, or you sprain a wrist or do something stupid. Turn around in a hurry and catch one in the eye. Be careful collecting firewood. What's up, everybody? Today we got a spruce hen with a slingshot. I'm just gonna do a little catch and cook. I figure we'll keep it going with the you know, the primitive theme.
I've been making my fire with this nice little fire kit that I got from JJ Bushcraft. My buddy Josh sent it to me, and it's got pretty much everything that you need in it, and pretty cool. Everything's all custom. Fire steel with the, I don't know, I think that's alder or poplar or something. Little handle there. It's got your Rambo compass. Comes with a hunter orange flag or bandana if you want to keep it super gangster in the woods, or you know, you have an emergency situation and you need to like signal or whatever, you want to keep dust out of your face or whatever it may be. Delicious smelling fat wood. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to keep a couple of sticks of that out there. There's also some birch bark wrapped up in here. I'm going to save that. I probably won't need it with all this. Birch bark's a pretty valuable resource. Keep it on hand. And then there's some moderate duty cordage in there. So, pretty handy little kit. All comes in this little cotton bag. And if push comes to shove, this cotton bag would make a pretty fine fire starter as well. You could burn it, put it in like an Altoids can, and have char cloth that would be wicked easy to light, eh? Alright, before I get too far into making a fire, I want to talk about my Slingshot setup. This is a forked brow tine off of a moose shed that me and my salty dog, that monster dog you see running around in the rest of the video, it's a shed that me and him found last fall. Obviously did some work to deepen this V here and cut it to size. This is 0.72 latex from GZK. Green is cold weather. As you can see, there's snow on the ground, although it's like 38 degrees outside. It's plenty warm. But this works great. My setup is, I'm actually going with lighter bands now that it's getting warmer. I just don't need the horsepower that comes with those great big bands I'm shooting in some of my other videos. So these are 1 inch up here, 3/4 down here. It's a super sure pouch, just because I love them. And I am shooting it's a mixed bag really. This is 45 cal lead that weighs like 83 grains, and this is 1/2 inch steel which weighs like 86 grains. They both fly pretty much the same. I have no idea what I shot the bird with in this video. I'd just reach into my pocket and put whatever in there I could. But yeah, these are huge though. These are like almost 13 millimeter. These steels, so it's close range kind of. The drop on them is nuts. Like anything, even out of 20 yards, you got to aim over the top of it by like, you know, a foot. So that's not real keen. These, however, they're a little bit heavier. These 45 cal lead, but they're like 10 millimeter, and they hold a straighter path. All right, I'll slingshot stuff aside. Let's get a fire going. We have a little bit of birch bark that I'm going to peel off the outside of my tray here. Tear this up into fine little strips, something to catch on, make a little nest out of it, and continue to mess that up as we go. Break this into some strips here. It's relatively dry, like it rained 2 or 3 days ago, so nothing is really dry, but I'm relatively confident in my ability to make fire. If not, I'm going to turn the camera off, edit out my failures, and do it with a Bic. The beautiful thing about YouTube is nobody needs to see you miss. Nobody needs to see you mess up a fire. Nobody needs to see any of that because you get to edit it all. Alright? Like if I told you that I missed 3 squirrels today at near point blank range, you would never believe me because my entire YouTube channel is full of heroics. But for real though, I missed 3 squirrels today at like 8 yards. Don't ask me how it happened. Blood gets pumping and the brain and the hands don't want to work together. Might be able to save that one for later. See if we can't get a split off of this. Just make a little bit of kindling. Now kids, remember, it's always safest if you cut towards yourself. Bloodletting is how they cure the coronavirus. So don't be afraid to bleed a little for your bushcraft merit badge. Also, I need to find something to baton. I feel like no bushcraft catch and cook video is complete without about at least 10 minutes of unnecessary batoning. Perfect. Look at that. See? Who said unnecessary batoning? That was absolutely necessary. I'd have never got that split without it. Boom. For those of you who are gear junkies, this is a Swiss Army like hunter knife. Everything on here is super functional with the exception of this corkscrew because I'm not French. So, we've got this going. The only thing on here with a 90-degree or fairly sharp edge on it is this saw blade, and the saw blade doesn't lock. So if I snap this closed on my finger, pardon my swearing, like that, yowza! Alright, boys and girls, that's how you light a fire. I'm going to move this over here to a fire pit, and I'll load up some more wood on it. I'll show you that when it's done. We'll let it burn down into some nice coals. We'll set up a little grill, and in the meantime, let's go clean a spruce end. That's a fire. Alright, here we have dead bird. It's messed up, man. Don't play with your food. Okay, hope you can see that. What you do is you step on their wings, like so. You grab them by kind of the gullet area, and you pull. Boom. Head
essentially comes off. You continue to grab, and you do some pulling, grab by the legs, do a little more pulling. Alright, we've got the feathers removed from our spruce chicken. Looks like the dog did a little more than pluck, because that is a bite mark. Oh well. You grab underneath the ribs there, pull the breast up, there's the heart, that's delicious. Here's the gizzard. That's like moderate in deliciousness, but it's edible. Clean off here with a little bit of this. World Health Organization hand sanitizer. There we go. We're going to break out our pocket knife. Show you how to clean a gizzard real quick. I'm sure if you're in China this works just as well for bats. There we go. Do bats have gizzards? I don't know. If you're watching this and you're a bat expert, let me know if bats have gizzards. Anyway, so you cut down to whatever this gizzard sac is. I think that's the scientific term for this, is a gizzard sac. You cut down to it. You can feel it. It's real leathery. It's kind of hard to cut through. It doesn't cut anywhere near as easy as the meat. And you open her up and peel her out of there. This is interesting stuff in here. This is where, like, they use spruce needles and these little white rocks. These are just like little pieces of quartz that they pick up off of trails and stuff, which is why you see spruce hens on trails a lot. They use that to mash up their food. Alright, back to the work at hand. This is our breast meat. Cut that right there. Stand on the rest. Cut that right there. Boom, we have breasted spruce grouse. There's breast. Legs, pretty straightforward as well. Pull, turn, pull again, pull, turn, pull again, legs, done. All this, guts. What you want to do with this, the proper way to dispose of spruce hen is to find your buddy's car and set this up right on top of the blower fan for his air conditioner, or in the wintertime especially if you got the heat going, that is when it's really prime. He'll really thank you in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, especially if it's like -30 out. So yeah, there we go. Meat, coyote bait, whatever. CDC hand sanitizer. A little more CDC hand sanitizer. Done.
Boom. Okay, there we go. You left the bones. Also, you know, coyote bait, whatever. Throw in the fire. The rest of that, pretty good to go. You get some of that antibacterial dish soap. Make sure everything's good and clean and sanitary. You wouldn't want to get any nature on you or in your any of that. Ooh, feathers. Okay, next, you got to make this taste good, right? So you need to do a little bit of foraging and find yourself some spices. Lucky, we're in Alaska on the Kenai Peninsula, and even in the wintertime, spices are absolutely abundant. So come along with me and we'll do a little bit of hunting. We're gonna have to poke around in the snow, and we're really just gonna follow our nose and figure out exactly what we can use. What's up, everybody? It's time to go forage in the snow for some spices. for our spruce hen catch, clean, and cook. Superhero slingshot shit. Whoop, whoop. All right. Looking around our camp. All right, this is a very primitive bush camp. As you can see, I've got some garden beds set up here. There's a pond back there. There's a four-wheeler there, and a remote cabin there. Anyway, let's get to foraging. All right, so the important thing is to sniff around and see what smells good, and like, sometimes certain spices have like a round black distinguishing characteristic, and they leave square holes in the snow. And oh, here we go. I have located one right here. Here we are. Yes, see the hole? Good. And I don't know if you can see there. I'll zoom in a little bit, and there's like a black round thing. Here, let me see if I can. I got to get in there quick and pull it up. Oh. Yep, that's Montreal steak. It doesn't get much better than that. All right, there we are. There's our cutting board, and we got that Montreal steak that we just foraged for. That a healthy dose all the way around. We're gonna rotate that so we get that nice birch stump flavor and everything. Just rotating, rotating, rotating. Boom, turn a little hard over. We want the left and right ventricles. We don't want to leave any out. Nice. Okay, good. Now, that looks well coated. And I don't really have anything funny to say about that. That looks delicious. So, I'm going to put that in a skillet full of hot bacon grease, and I'll show you what that looks like. Couple of fat chicken breastises. I don't know if you can smell that through all the smoke, but it's already smelling delicious. It smells like spruce grouse and bacon. COVID 2019. Kill animals and eat them. Looky there, looky there. We got legs and breasts, gizzards and heart. Now, for everybody's favorite part of the show, where your favorite bushcraft guru chokes down his fire-cooked kill and pretends that it tastes great. Oh, let's start with the heart. It's really good. It's like really, really good. Soldier boy, you want some of this? Cool it off for him so don't kill him. Come. Come. You want some? Yeah, you like that, huh? Mm-hmm. Ain't much on these legs, but man, they're good. Kind of tasty, crispy. A little bit of tendon. Now, all jokes aside, anybody with friends, family, suffering from COVID-19, my thoughts, prayers, and heart goes out to you. The gizzard meat's the only thing that's like real sprucey. Everything else tastes like bird. Oh. All the little burnt bits, perfect dog treat. And let's be real, he did his thing today. He flushed that bird up. I didn't catch that on camera, but he flushed it up and it flew across, and it took me about 45 minutes of poking around to try and find the thing, but I did get it. It's the same bird. It was just Man, when they don't move, you can't see them, you know? I got lucky that he was so nicely silhouetted when I finally did come around that tree on him. For those of you who don't know, I'm a middle school, high school history and English teacher in a remote village out at the end of the Catchmack Bay, out by the head of the bay. And yeah, just being able to like do this stuff after school is pretty awesome. I've been working at home for the last week. That's cool. I'm not too into staring at a computer. I'd much rather like talk and joke around with kids and have experiences like this, you know. But the whole world's in an uproar right now, so we do what we can. Even in a little small town, Anchor Point, Alaska, ain't a lick of toilet paper to be found. Which ain't no big deal, because I keep like 4 months on hand at all times anyway, so I'm good for the next like 2.5 months, you know. And then push comes to shove, like we start using newspapers. Go snare some rabbits. Oh, gross. Don't wipe your ass on rabbits. Time to do dishes. All right. That's a wrap.